Welcome to a new video from us. So we do it in English because it's more easy, because the Greek guy isn't that good in German. So
just yet.
We are working on it, but yeah. So actually, what we did is the ND. Some of you guys saw it already in videos, and we came to a point. I already was talking a lot in our videos about it, that we cannot get further because we have issues with the combus. And yeah, I know Dimi for quite a while. We're just working a lot of stuff together, and I know he's pretty good in doing all that combo stuff. And we were talking about it, and he was like, okay, yeah, we can do it. It's probably a pain in the ass, but we can do it. So yeah, we started from that point. So we did a lot of, or Dimi did a lot of bench work back in Greek to make that module, which is actually the new kind of brain of the car, which connects the GM ECU to the body of the car.
So maybe we could turn it off?
Yeah, we just can turn it off. We turn it off and then we show how it starts and all that stuff. So yeah, we got that kit, and we were promised that everything will work like stock, but I think we even did not manage to get the gauge cluster at all working, so it was like...
It wouldn't even start.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even start with the we got.
So yeah, we just went from this point, and yeah, and then we just, Dimi came in and said, okay, we just do this and this and this, and then he flew over from Greek to Germany, which was on Tuesday.
Correct.
Yes. And yeah, then we were starting from Tuesday to find and fix problems, and now I think we are 95% there.
Yes.
So yeah, Dimi, just show some stuff what you actually did, or explain what the module is doing.
So the module essentially connects the GM ECU, which is down there, to the entire canvas of the car. It allows maybe the most important thing is, of course, for the gauge cluster to work, and it allows you to use the stock start-stop button to start up the car like stock. Just press the clutch, press the start button, and it starts. Everything pretty much works. There are a few things that don't work, but they're so minor compared to everything else. I think the cruise control doesn't work.
Yeah.
If we really wanted to, we could make it work, but that's maybe for a different time.
Yeah, it's like, I think we just keep focusing that the car is going. So like
that there are no error lights.
Yeah.
There's nothing flashing in the cluster.
Actually, this is a funny part. We get when the GM ECU reads a failure, it shows up in the gauge cluster.
That's important, so that the customer knows that if there's something wrong, he would get a check engine light and he should visit the workshop.
Yeah, what we also have, the AC is working. It's controlled by a part of the module. Dimi wants to have it more fancy, I would say. But,
yeah, more factory-like.
Yeah, but now we are more like, okay, it works. It's doing like it should do. We are good there. Yeah. So, and Robin all the time was working with Dimi, because I'm just all the time around. I'm here, I'm there, I'm on every place actually in the company. But yeah, now I say we are pretty confident that we are nearly done. So I just would show you some stuff, or Robin just gets into the car and just shows how everything is working. Probably Dimi can explain. What was the biggest pain in the ass to get in this car working?
Everything had its own difficulty. So getting the start-stop system to work was not really easy, but we got it working. The climate control was not easy as well. The mobilizer was not easy. I had to do that back in Greece, and yeah, these were the most difficult things to get working.
Okay, Robin, just switch on the gauge cluster so that you can see everything is working
with no error lights.
So, and just start it up, because it starts up like stock. close the door, because this is, and you just see
wait. Ah, okay.
also, we'll just close up here. Okay, 1 second. So all that stuff is also working. The temperature is working. Even the green and light warning light is coming off and on. The DC DSC is there. It will stay there. We will remove it mechanically because this is really not working. But we do not need DSC to get the car approved in Germany. So good on that one. Just turn on the AC, Robin. So as you can hear, AC is working like it should do. Just split through the original, the middle screen, that the people can see that the middle screen is also working. Also that is working. And also the middle screen of the car, so this one. Yeah, so this is also completely working. All functions are there. So yeah. Like a lot of people were asking why you do something like this, or why you want to do something like this. And Dimi and I was discussing about it, because this is not something what you can do, let's say, as a main project to make money out of it, because there are so many hours in it. It was like just more thing to do that.
This is more like what we call a halo project. So it's a project that essentially shows what we are able to do.
Yeah. And this is a 2019 Master MX-5 ND with a 3.6 liter GM LFX engine swapped into the car. And I think the mechanical swap is not the big deal.
Probably not.
Yeah, no. The biggest deal is the electronic side.
Electronic wiring.
Yes. This is the biggest deal. And
accessories like,
yeah.
I don't know, climate control line.
Yeah.
So how did
lines,
you?
all that stuff.
Yeah. So how did you get it So how did you get the communication working between the two ECUs?
Okay. So based on my experience on working with CAN bus projects, I have all the tools and the equipment to analyze this car, analyze a factory GM car, and of course Jan has access to many stock cars, because we need stock cars to analyze them. And I also bought a lot of stuff to make a test bench back in Greece to analyze everything, you know, while I have time, because my time here is limited. So when I came here, we already knew that some things would be working, and we wouldn't be starting from scratch to make everything working.
Tell them out there the problem with the power steering, which is a funny part at all, that it was working when the module from you was not connected.
Yeah, so without the module connected, the power steering was working. And when we connected the module, it wasn't working. So that was weird, but we had to go to very fine detail in emulating the stock ECU, because essentially when it was without the module, the power steering was working in fail-safe mode. But now with the module in place, it's working as well.
So, and probably Robin can also explain some stuff about the wiring. He did mainly the basic wiring of the car, so Dimi was more into the module on the CAN bus. And yeah, just explain some stuff about that. Just pass you over this one.
Okay. So everybody can hear you. So we actually had to we got the LFX wiring loom and had to, I would say, modify it excessively, because some of the pins weren't there on the ECU that we needed, and also we had to wire everything so that it looks nice, that there are no open cables except for what this is, but that's what we're working on right now. So this one will get cleaned up. We had to put another fuse box in it with the OBD connector for the GM ECU, which is also the connection for the CAN bus for the rest of the car. And yeah, some smaller problems where wires were broken or too short, or there was something else that was missing or that we had to rewire. manually because the wiring loom that came with the kit wasn't ready or wasn't made for the excessive purpose that we are using it for right now. A lot of the functions that we wanted the car to have, like AC, power steering, and all that kind of stuff, wasn't in the wiring loom, or the wiring loom wasn't prepared for all that. And so that's basically what we did, which was quite a lot of work, but we got it done and it's running, and I'm really glad.
So, you said 95% you're there. What would you say are the last 5%?
It's now just get the car back up together. There's some scratches in the front, so we just paint them. We just have to do some wiring stuff. The strut bars have to go in front. The car has to be overall finished. Just to give you an idea, we built that car, or we are building that car for 1.5 years now. 1 year and 7 months. This is the project time, and it's probably the difficult project which we made in the shop.
And there's another one in the line.
Yes, and another one is out there with the engine already fitted. But there we just did everything by ourselves. But it's like always, you know, when you do something like this and build cars like this, the first one is the hardest one. After that, you just...
That's true. You have so much experience with everything.
Yes. Then you just know, okay, this was to do like this and this and this. And when we want to do this more and often, I think we have to do it in a little bit different way, that we say, okay, we make more like CNC parts on it, because everything is hand built. And but you will see where it will go. So it's not the goal to just make another 20, but that we will be doing, done some of them. The next part is just to get it TOE approved and just get it on the road. But this is the last step in the line.
And what would you say if the next one for you, how much easier it will get? How much knowledge you take out of this car and can
for me, it's I don't know. It's just getting another car and getting it started. For me, it's nothing. For me, it's nothing, because all the work that I have done is a computer file. So it's literally, for me, it's 5 minutes of work.
To make the next one.
Yeah.
Because now we are there. We know how to reprogram them now. So for the next one, it's just wire in the CAM module, do the other wires like we did here, so then we get the next one going. So now one big question, I think, for a lot of MX-5 guys out there. Do you think it's possible to make a PMP ECU now for the ND?
Yes, it's possible.
Yeah.
Based on the research and development that we have done on this car, and all the Canvas stuff and and everything we've seen, yes, it's possible.
Okay.
We already have plug-and-play units for the NA and the NB and the NC, and so I think we can do it within 2 or 3 months from now.
So you're here, and when we have that, we can make the ITB working, because that's the point we were just working. And we did a lot of ITB work on an NC, especially with the electronic actuator. So we have lots of experience on this case, and I think that will be the next step. So thank you for visiting, or thank you for watching, and I have to say really thank you to Dimi from MS Labs.
No problem. My pleasure.
We absolutely appreciate, in my eyes, best ECU, best guy who's doing that job. Because I know nobody, and this is just something I would just have to tell you, because we are working with other ECU guys, who is so friendly. He's always taking care of you. There is nobody which when I call him or I write him at 9 o'clock in the evening, he's like, okay, yeah, just probably do tomorrow, but the day after we just get it done. So tell me what the problem's at and we will find a solution. And he's like, all the time, not fixed on problems, he just wants to get a solution. I never saw that kind of engagement in a company like he's doing. So really appreciate his work, and just have to say thank you from my company and from my person, and it's a pleasure for me to work with him, actually. Thank you. Okay, see you next video. Bye.
Bye-bye.